back with Carla Fleming, local R&B songwriter, soon to be national. Who knows?
Yes. Oh, yes.
So you've been writing songs. You said that you've been doing music for about 10 years. Does that mean you've been writing songs for 10 years?
Well, it's been way more than 10 years. I just don't want to date myself too much. But I started writing. I started writing when I was 17. I started writing
10 years ago.
Right. I started writing, poems. Well, I was taking a creative writing class, and I started writing essays. Then it turned into poems, and then being a musician, I'm like, I wonder if I can take these poems and make them into songs, and I kind of did. So I started writing like in high school.
Okay.
Yes.
You went to high school in Chicago?
No, I went to high school here in Sacramento. I graduated from Grant High School.
Grant, okay.
Yes.
It's kind of a rough high school.
I love that high school.
Okay.
It wasn't that rough for me because I
Okay.
was involved with things like I was a cheerleader.
They're known for some big stuff.
Yeah.
Their football team or something is really big.
Yeah. I mean, Grant produces a lot of great talent. Like I think the slogan is a commitment to excellence, and we have some really great teachers that go there. And if you can reach the students, I mean, it's a great school. Like the teachers there are committed to the kids, and it's kind of like a family. Like the Grant environment is kind of like a family.
Everyone knows each
Yeah,
other.
yeah. Everybody looks out for each other.
So were you known as a singer-songwriter back then?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe not as a songwriter. That didn't come, like people didn't learn about that until I started releasing my stuff. But yeah, I've known as a singer like all my life.
Oh.
Yeah. So everywhere I went, I performed for the school. I used to do political events as a representative of the school.
Okay.
Like I would go around town and do community things when I was in school.
I want to get into your politics, which you've organized some things and done some pretty incredible things. We'll do that in the next segment.
Okay.
But right now, as far as songwriting, what inspires you to write songs?
People, life, just different things that are going on. Like I write about real things. I write about real emotions, and I try to write it in a way that it can reach a commercial ear, but really, I write about matters of the heart, like things that people deal with every single day. Like that's how I write, because that's how I write.
The human condition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you get that from school or just growing up?
Just growing up, just living every day. It's like it's tough for me to write about things that I don't necessarily feel or I haven't necessarily experienced. So I draw from my own experiences, or even just having a conversation with somebody. Something might spark an emotion or something, and there's a song. Like if I connect on an emotional level, there it is.
Well, if this conversation leads to a song, let me know. I'd love to know about it. So how much have you recorded? I've heard some really good recordings by you.
I started recording in the early 90s. I have tons of recordings. Some are professionally done, some are like commercially done, like they're complete, and then I have a lot of things that are just like demo style, not necessarily ready for an audience to hear.
Sure.
But I've been recording for a very, very long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like a huge channel.
Has it mainly been in Sacramento?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I haven't recorded outside of Sacramento. I've only recorded in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you've recorded with other people as well, right? So tell me about that. How have you kind of expanded your circle of music friends?
Well, I always like to include people in my projects. Like even from my very first CD, I would have I have family members that sing. I would have them singing on stuff, and like if I meet an artist that I want to collaborate with or work with, I would invite them to sing or be a part of my project or something like that, or even writing and collaborating with other people. Because it's just, it's just best when you expand it, you get a different perspective. When you expand yourself and invite other people.
Now I've seen some of your music on iTunes. How many full albums have you made?
I've released only one that I've commercially released. Prior to that, I did 2 demos that were They were semi-professional. They were like somewhat demos or whatever, but people bought them. Like I had a fan base that was like, we like your sound, we want to buy the music. So I kind of sort of released them. Like people have the music, and I sold a few hundred copies of those too together.
Is that from iTunes or doing live?
Just doing live shows,
okay.
and just word of mouth, people hearing about it. So then I sold one of them. I actually released on CD Baby, where people could go on there and buy it. And then after they bought what I had, I didn't reproduce it or anything like that. And then, which encouraged me or pushed me to do the domestic disturbance CD that I put out.
Okay.
And that's my real first formal commercial release.
Okay, that what's the main song on that one? It's kind of a single, I think. I heard one because I haven't heard it in a while. I can't remember the title, but it was before Rising In.
Oh, well, okay, so the singles that I've done recently are not on domestic disturbance.
Okay.
So I had a song called Heartbreaker.
That is it.
So that's not on domestic disturbance.
Heartbreaker is like one of your best songs that I've heard.
Thank you.
It's a great dance song. You made a video to it, and I guess it has a theme, an anti-violent theme to it.
Well, I don't know about I don't know so much about that one being an anti-violent song.
I know it's the video has. Seems like you're in charge.
Yeah. That song was co-written with a friend of mine, Mike Hart, who's also a local musician, and he came up with the concept. So it was his brainchild, and then I'm interested in rock and blues and things like that. So he kind of contacted me and said, "I'm working on this song. You know, we should do it together." And but what that song is about a woman who is scorned. She's been cheated on. She's brokenhearted, and now she wants revenge. She's out for vengeance. So.
That's what I got out of it. When I watched that, I thought, I better not mess with it.
Exactly.
Because it's not only is it a good song, it's a good video, and I haven't seen that many great videos out of Sacramento. So it seemed well produced, and good enough for MTV if they still had music videos.
Right, please, if you see it. The Nick Leisure is the guy who produced my videos. Like so far, I have like 3 out that he's done, and he's a filmmaker. So that's primarily what he does. He doesn't do too many music videos. What he mostly focuses on is film. So he brings that experience into the videos that he produces for me.
Okay. So. Carla, great talking with you. We'll do a few more segments.
Okay.